12 days ago, I signed legislation cutting taxes for middle-class Minnesotans and Minnesota businesses. This $508 million tax cut will put more money in the pockets of middle-class families, individuals, and thousands of businesses across Minnesota. Since then, the Department of Revenue, under Commissioner Frans' excellent leadership, has been working very hard so that they can accelerate the timetable of making these necessary changes, and many Minnesotans will be able to realize the immediate tax benefits to which they're now entitled under the law. The department estimates that over 1 million Minnesotans still need to file their taxes, and many of them will benefit from $47 million in tax cuts retroactive to this previous tax year, including tax cuts for working families. Over 16,000 more middle-class families will qualify for the working family tax credit, and everyone who qualifies for the credit will receive an increase. Tax cuts for parents, more than 25,000 families who qualify for child care tax credits will see an average increase in their tax credit of $74 per year. The tax cuts for students, more than 285,000 recent college graduates could save up to $190 per year by deducting their student loan interest. Another 40,000 current college students and parents will receive a tuition deduction of $140 per year on average. Tax cuts for small employers. Small businesses will be able to offer their employees tax-free tuition and adoption assistance. The tax bill also simplifies small business taxes by eliminating requirements to maintain separate records for federal taxes. Now, the Commissioner and Department of Revenue have been telling Minnesotans to wait until tomorrow to file their tax returns if they haven't already, but they've worked very, very hard, literally around the clock, and done a phenomenal job. And so today, the Commissioner is going to move that timetable up by a day, and yeah, you can do it. Make sure you get it. So now he's telling Minnesotans, file now. All right, Commissioner.
Well, good morning. Thank you, Governor. We are pleased to report that the message has gotten very simple, and we had a kind of a complicated flow chart there, but now the message is simple. Everyone should file now. On Friday, March 28th, 1 week after Governor Dayton signed the tax bill, the Department of Revenue completed its internal software changes, and all the tax form changes were final for all the individuals. And so that was priority number one, was to make sure all these changes were made internally. And then we worked with software vendors over the weekend, and they were able to finalize their changes on Monday and Tuesday. After a series of tests on Monday and Tuesday to make sure the department changes and the software vendor changes were synchronized, we completed the update last night. Earlier this morning, we completed our final testing of the law changes. This was our second priority, was to make sure that our system was changed and it would accept the new software. And because we finished these two priorities this morning, we're able to complete our update 1 day early. These tax law changes have been implemented by all of the major filing software companies, and we really want to thank them for working hard with us as partners to get this accomplished on time. So as the other chart says right now, the idea is to file now. If you have not filed your taxes in Minnesota at this time, you should file now and file before April 15th and pay any taxes if any taxes are due. The deadline is April 15th unless you get an extension from the IRS. We will ask you to file electronically if you can, because the refunds will be faster. We ask you to file for and choose direct deposits, because once again the refunds can be they can get to you quicker. We ask that you accept and install any software updates. If you're utilizing private vendors or private software, make sure you check and update your current software to accept their new changes. Notify the department if you've changed your address. Now, we do want to remind people that the refunds will take a little bit longer because there's, as the governor mentioned, about 1 million taxpayers left to file, and so we anticipate some slowdown. But always remember, if you go to the website, revenue.state.mn.us, go to the bottom right, there's an orange box down there that says tax law changes. Go there. We've put all the forms there. We've put all the instructions there to see who qualifies. Finally, I just want to thank the taxpayers' patience for letting us get this done, the tax preparer community who have been very supportive. They've been communicating with their customers. I want to thank in particular the employees at the Department of Revenue, and in particular Assistant Commissioner Steenblock for the leadership she's shown in getting these changes done on a day early and effectively. Now, just one point about taxpayers who've already filed. If you've already filed, there's nothing you need to do at this time. If you do not qualify for one of these 10 new deductions or credits, then you're done with your filing and you have nothing left to do. If you do qualify for one of these new 10 deductions or credits, we ask you to wait. One of three things will happen. Number one, the department will review your return, and if possible, will make the adjustment and send you the refund. Number two, if we cannot make the adjustment without more information, we'll contact you, ask for the additional information, and then make the adjustment and refund. Number three, if we cannot make the adjustment without an amended return, we'll contact you and ask you to file an amended return to make those changes. We will, after April 15th, after the filing season is over, we will analyze how many tax returns we need to review and to analyze to see who needs any adjustments, and we'll make, at that time, available a date by which everyone can expect us to contact them if they qualify for one of these deductions. Thank you.